You're listening to a Joy Breakfast podcast.
Joining us now is the fabulously talented and super gorgeous, even at this time of the morning, I'm impressed, T8iana. T8iana, welcome to Joy Breakfast.
Thank you, Joss. My pleasure.
Like Joss mentioned, you look absolutely beautiful at this time of the morning. I just can't fathom my oil of Olay every day, that sort of thing. So can we talk about you, please, for a minute? Because
Absolutely.
we know that you're Melbourne-based, but why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I am T8iana, a pop dance artist and singer-songwriter based in beautiful Melbourne, which is very cold today, obviously, being first, second day of winter. My music is a blend of genres, part dance floor, part confessional, and a lot of feeling. I'm all about making songs that move people physically and emotionally, and I blend elements from pure pop music from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s to now. There's always a message under my melody. That's me.
Oh,
I love that.
yeah.
A message under the melody.
That's it.
Now, we've got you in today specifically to talk chocolate. It's smooth, it's sultry, it's addictive. Are you? And what inspired this track and its luscious vibe?
Oh, Joss, it's a bit of a funny story how chocolate came about, really. It was a Friday night. I'd been binge watching Netflix all day, just totally in that lazy, cozy zone. I made myself a big mug of hot chocolate, sat down on the keyboard just to mess around and unwind a bit, and then I spilled the hot chocolate right onto the keys. Total mess. And while I was wiping it up, I accidentally hit a few chords. They actually sounded kind of amazing. I paused, I played them again, and something just clicked. That little accident turned into the backbone of the song Chocolate. Cover me in chocolate, your love is like chocolate, satisfy me chocolate, cover me in your love. And you've got this 20-second intro at the beginning, very cinematic. That was totally inspired by the kind of dramatic, moody music I'd been hearing on Netflix all day. So yeah, chocolate is basically the sound of a Friday night in cinema, comfort, chaos, and a bit of magic on the keys.
Oh, wow. That's probably one of the most fabulous stories of writing a song I've ever heard.
I know, right? I mean, who doesn't like just spending time on the couch with I want to say a block of chocolate. But I want to ask, because there's a real emotional craving, just like chocolate, behind the song itself. How do you channel personal experiences into songs that still make people want to get up and dance?
Oh, such a good question. And I think a lot of musicians would relate to this. For me, whether it's a dance track or a ballad, it really starts by closing my eyes, really going into that emotional zone. Whether it's a specific moment or a whole chapter of my life, I just play around on the keys until the chords capture that feeling. And once I lock in that emotional core, then I build the rest from there. So if it's a dance track like Chocolate, obviously, I will experiment with tempo and drums to bring that club energy in without losing the emotion. Other times it's the opposite. So I might hear a melody somewhere or a chord progression that moves me, that inspires the whole song. Either way, I think when it's all about translating emotion into sound that makes people feel, move, and dance.
I love that. That's awesome.
Now, you've been called a bold and genre-blending artist. Was it always your vision to defy categories and just do your own thing musically?
Well, I think, Joss, personally, it's always been about finding a balance between two things. First is really expressing my thoughts honestly through lyric that carry a clear message. The message should be real clear. And second, blending elements from different dance music genres to create something fresh and dynamic, that is still accessible, something that works on the radio, in the club. So while I do experiment with sounds, I'm mindful of using chord progressions and structures that actually resonate with mainstream listeners. It's very important to me. It's really about wrapping a meaningful message in music that people want to listen to. Genre blending, but still totally sort of palatable.
Yeah.
Just like chocolate. Very palatable.
Like chocolate.
Right. Now, T8iana, we are going to play your song, Chocolate, but we've got some more questions. So we'd love you to stick around a bit more if that's okay.
Oh, thank you. I'd love to.
All right, fabulous. We'll hear some more from T8iana and the song Chocolate just after this. Oh, that is fabulous. I was watching along to the video to that one, and it's a very sensual kind of video. For those of you who are just tuning in, you're on Joy Breakfast with Joss and Wayne. It is 17 minutes past 8. That was Chocolate by T8iana, and we are chatting right now with the Melbourne-based trans pop artist. T8iana, thank you so much for sticking around. Now, your music is blowing up across the globe. How does it feel to see your work charting internationally and getting love from fans in the UK and Canada as well as here?
Joss, it honestly feels amazing to have connected with audiences outside of Australia. That kind of reach is really something every artist dreams of, thanks to the power of social media. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've actually got a track coming out later this year. I recorded with the legendary Aussie producer Doug Brady, who's worked with legends like John Farnham and Olivia Newton-John as well. I was at his place in West Melbourne a few months ago. He's an amazing guy, and one of the best pieces of advice Doug gave me was to focus on building a strong local fan base first. Funny enough, the opposite has been happening to me, for most of my support has come from overseas. So this year, I think I'm going to shift my energy into connecting with audiences here at home.
Oh, well, and being on Joy is a good start.
Yeah, connecting with your local community.
That's it.
I love that. Well, you've said that your persona is shaped by mystery and sexuality, and I know from my friendship with my transistor over here, both on air and off air, that identity is a very important aspect of existence for trans people. So how much of T8iana is performance, and how much would you say is the real you?
Well, you know how we all love David Bowie. I think there are a lot of David Bowie fans here. And he once said, "I'm a born librarian with a sex drive." I love that quote. That is so me. I'd say as an artist, T8iana is actually a mix. She's actually a beautiful collision between the real me and the character that I've created. They're inseparable, really. And I really love to put this analogy of a company, like a business or an organization. The real T8iana is like the strategy and the operations department, grounded, thoughtful, doing all the behind the scenes work. And the stage persona, that's a marketing and the advertising department, bold, expressive, out there trying to make an impact, you know. So I think both sides are 100% me, just serving different roles in how I navigate the world and how I connect with people.
For sure.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Now, we're going to go a bit deeper here. This is a little pet subject of mine. Trans visibility is quite important, especially now with everything that's going on in the UK, in the US, and we've even had a bit of pushback here. Now, you've cultivated a powerful presence on social media. Has that online world shaped how you interact with your fans or how you present yourself creatively as a trans woman?
That's a really good question. I think, Joss, it definitely has. Another quote from one of my favorite pop stars, I think it was George Michael, who once said, with pop stars or film stars, we become the object of people's self-definition as well as the object of sexual definition. I love that quote by George. There's a lot of intent of pushing boundaries and sort of also making sure that the messaging behind the music gets heard. For me, it's also about navigating how to appeal to different audiences, including trans-attracted straight men. And let's be honest, there are plenty of them out there. I would say honestly, more than 50% of my social media following is trans-attracted straight men. But beyond that, there is a balance between being seen as a singer-songwriter and also being viewed as an object of sex appeal. So I think fashion, music, fashion, visual art, they've always been about challenging the norms. And my focus is just on doing it in the smartest, most intentional way possible. And of course, being trans definitely has its own set of perks, as well as we all know, challenges.
Yeah, I know. We talk a lot about the challenges, but we don't talk a lot about the perks. Yeah, that's definitely something worth celebrating. There's something wonderful about being trans.
100%.
And it's what we try and celebrate on Monday Breakfast as well. Like, we try and bring a lot of that news of what's going on around the world, as well as the celebration of our trans community to Monday. I mean, Joss has got a pretty pushy trans agenda, I can tell you right now, and I live for it, and we love bringing it to the airwaves. So T8iana, where can people find out more? What is T8iana up to next? We would love to know.
So I think the couple of really exciting projects that are coming up are that I've got an ebook coming out on all aspects of feminization.
Oh.
Yeah, so and it's almost finished now. I'm just looking for a publisher. It's called Him to Her. I should be releasing it in a month and a half, hopefully, if things go well. So everything about feminization, or people who are interested in feminization. And I've got some new dance music coming out. I'm releasing the book with the track, which is a fantastic dance track, one of my favorites that I've done myself, obviously. It's called Boy or Girl, Question of Life. So I'm really excited about the book and the new music.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is I'm on the lookout for a new groundbreaking Australian-based artist manager who thinks outside the box, who's brave, and, can really push what I want to do, commercially and in the field of entertainment. Anyone out there, please hit me up. On the socials, you can find me on se.x.uality.com, which is my website, which has all the links to my socials, spelled as T, then the number 8, I-A-N-A, se.x.uality.com. My Instagram is se.x.uality.official, Twitter is se.x.uality, Facebook is se.x.uality, or just Google me.
Yeah, you came up pretty quickly when I googled you as well. Yeah, pretty easy to find, and that website is full of info and the fabulous music that you produce. All right, well, look, thank you so much for
what a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys. It's been such a pleasure coming to this wonderful office in St Kilda, and you both seem so lovely. I look forward to catching up soon again.
that would be great. The next time you bring out a song, let us know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now,
I think it's the next time they're bringing out a book, Joss. We might have to get them back in when they're bringing out a book.
Oh yes,
It
definitely.
comes with a song. Are you
Yes.
listening? You're a professional.
Yeah. All right, I'll stop. I'm pushing buttons. I need to know what's coming up next. We've been speaking to T8iana.
T8iana, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
You've been listening to a Joy Breakfast podcast. Find more great episodes just like this one at joy.org.au/Joy Breakfast, or subscribe to us on your favourite podcast platform.
Celebrate the end of financial year and Pride Month by making a tax-deductible donation to Joy. Support independent Rainbow Media and keep Joy out loud and proud. All donations of $2 or more are fully tax-deductible. Just head to joy.org.au/tax25.